hearts, expand our minds, and make us all think. How are you guys all doing this grand morning? It doesn't matter what time it is that you're watching this. Time is a construct that us humans created. So, no matter what, you were designed to be here for this exact moment because you chose this. It's not even about me. It's about you. This is your message. You're the one who got this part of the mirror to tell you. And you chose now is the time. So thank you. So let's take a deep breath, why don't we? Let's get ourselves aligned and ready. Hold. Let go. Let those shoulders relax. Take another breath. And hold. Let go. Let the jaw unclench. Take another breath. And hold. Let go. Put our hands on our heart and let's say, body, mind, soul, being of the fallen matrix, the fallen mindset. Deactivate, turn off completely. We speak to the divine, the blueprint of our original design. Fully activate, fully turn on, and take a deep breath. And hold. Let go. All right. We're going to do a couple little invites. So give me a second. So today we got something really important to discuss. You know, it's not something that anyone you would ever imagine discussing. Actually, it's no one's ever even warned you about this. And not even your doctors, not your therapists, and not the people who told you to just push through this, to stay strong, to keep you going. No one told you that exhaustion you feel at night, when everything goes quiet, when your body finally has space to speak. It might not be weakness, by the way. It might not be old age. It might not be the diseases, and it might not be any of those things. What if your body is not breaking down? What if it's never been breaking down? What if your body is breaking through? What if the pain, the tension, the fatigue, the anxiety, the depression is not your body failing you, but your body trying to reach you? And what if the very thing you've been trying to actually silence is the part of you that has been trying to speak the loudest? See, we were never taught to listen to the body like this, ever. We were taught to override it, to numb it, to distract from it, to medicate it, to push past it. And I'm not saying those things don't have their place, but I am saying this. See, most people were never taught how to understand. And because of that, we live disconnected from one of the most intelligent systems we actually have. See, modern science is beginning to catch up with this, something ancient traditions have actually always known. And all people try to tell you, you're not your body. You are. See, the body is not separate from the mind. It is not separate from emotion. And it is not separate from what many would call the soul. Remember how I told you guys that, when I came back, I knew all these things in my soul and my mind, but I didn't know it in my body. And I've had all this trauma and cell memory to walk through. See, what we thought as separate, we called the soul. See, Dr. Bessel van der Kolk wrote something that changed how many people actually understand things. He said that the body keeps score. So what does that mean? The body keeps score. You want to know what it means? It means your body remembers what your mind tried to forget. Yeah. Every emotion you didn't feel, every moment you had to stay quiet when you wanted to speak, the things you suppressed. Every time you had to suppress your truth to just survive. So your body stored that. And it wasn't to punish you. It was to protect you. Because in those moments, suppression was survival. But what happened is you survived, then can begin to weigh on you now and then. And so the body starts speaking. Sometimes as tension, sometimes as chronic fatigue, sometimes as illness, sometimes as anxiety that shows up for no clear reason. And sometimes as pain that doctors cannot even fully explain. And we call it dysfunction. But what if it is communicating? You know, Carl Jung said something powerful. He said, what is brought into consciousness appears in our lives as fate. And today we could say it appears in the body. Jung began to notice that when people started engaging their world, their inner world, not suppressing it, not analyzing it endlessly, but actually relating to it, their symptoms began to shift. He called this process active imagination. But what it really is dialogue. A relationship with what has been buried all this time. Because the psyche speaks in symbols. And the body is one of its most direct languages. Now let's even go deeper. Let's peel back the layers. The agnostics understand the human being is layered. Because there is this physical body, there is this psychological and the emotional body. And there is the divine essence within you, the spark. And these are not separate systems. They are one continuum. There is this teaching that says if you bring forth what is within you, it will save you. And if you do not bring forth what is within you, it will destroy you. And this is not metaphorical. What is within you lives within your nervous system, in your tissues, in your breath, in your posture, in your patterns. Your body becomes an archive, not just your life, but sometimes of what came before you. Modern epigenetics is now showing that trauma can be passed down through generations. And you may be carrying emotional patterns that didn't even begin with you, and yet here they are. The one aware enough to begin listening. Nature understands this in a way we've forgotten. A storm does not suppress itself, it moves. A river does not hold back its current, it flows. A tree does not question whether it deserves to grow, it reaches. Expression is natural, suppression is learned, and when emotion is not allowed to move, it doesn't appear, it condenses. It becomes tension, it becomes pressure, it becomes disease in the system, not as punishment, but as a signal. And here is where everything begins to change. Healing is not just mechanical, healing is relational, and your body is not an object, it is a living response, intelligence, and it is listening. And it's listening to every thought you repeat about yourself, to every judgment you place on it, to every moment you ignore it. And many people, without realizing it, have been in a kind of war with their own body, criticizing it, forcing it, resenting it, abandoning it, and then wondering why it doesn't feel safe. because safety is the foundation of healing. So what happens when the relationship changes? What happens when you stop trying to fix your body and you start listening to it? This is where the practice begins, not as a technique, but as a recognition. And you place your hand on the part of your body that has been calling your attention. And you speak, not in your head, but in your presence. You say, I see you. I feel you. And what I haven't been willing to feel, I'm so sorry for ignoring you. I'm so sorry for judging you. I love you. I'm here now. And then you stay, you breathe. You listen, not for words, but for sensation, for shifts, for softening, for emotion that begins to rise, because your body does not need you to reanalyze it. It needs you to meet it. And from a scientific perspective, this is not imaginary. When you place your hand on your body with intention, you are activating sensory pathways that signal safety to the brain. And when you speak with compassion, you begin to regulate the nervous system. And when the nervous system shifts out of survival mode, the body can begin to repair. Inflammation can decrease, breathing can deepen, muscles can release. And this is why practices rooted in somatic awareness are now being studied so deeply, because the body responds to relationship. That's what I do in my holistic health, is we do bioenergetic. We do the energetic system. We touch the areas that need the healing. We speak to the body. We communicate with it. Grand risings. So here's something even deeper. Love is not just an emotion. Love is organizing. Love brings coherence to the system. Love is the divine within you, the original blueprint of our original designs. And in spiritual language, love is the essence of all creation. And we're creation. And what is creation in its wholeness? It is whole, complete. And let that love flow. In biological language, it is the regulation, connection, and integration. When love is introduced into the body, not as an idea, but as an experience, the system begins to return to its natural state. And your body already knows how to heal. It always knows. Oh. But it cannot fully do that in an environment where it does not feel safe. And safety begins with you, with how you speak to yourself, with how you meet yourself, with whether or not you are willing to finally listen. Because the body has been waiting for you to stop overriding it, waiting for you to stop abandoning it, waiting for you to arrive without conditions. And when you do, something begins to shift. The same body that stored the pain begins to release it. The same system that held the trauma begins to reorganize it. And it doesn't happen because you forced it. It happens because you finally made contact. So I'll leave you with this. Not as a concept, but as a question. What part of your body has been calling your attention the longest? And what might happen if instead of trying to fix it, you finally sat with it, listened to it, and loved it? Imagine it. Imagine. I'm just saying. You know, I'm 50 years old and I don't look it. And really, I can't speak, but recently, my body has had some things, but I had to listen to it. I had to let it know. You know, I don't come up with these teachings just because it's something that I just either read or come up with. No. See, the thing is, I experience this. And then I go look for others that have experienced it, which I did this morning as I woke up. And there's Carl Jung and many scientists that have discovered the truth of our human bodies. Well, we've been taught we're separate from this body, and we're not. This is an intellectual part of ourselves. And let me tell you that when you align it, you know, those gifts, those abilities, those things you have, they heighten. And they become more sharp than you've ever imagined. Trust me, I know. I've tested mine. So detailed, it's not even funny. I saw through smoky mirrors that people were trying to hide things behind. I saw everything. I saw everything in myself. See, that's the thing. We're willing to see it all in ourselves. We see the patterns in the world. And life becomes peace. Peace and love. We'll see you guys next time, all right?